All right, let's get right into it. Today we're going to look at how a sci-fi movie, The Electric State, can actually be an amazing tool for getting a handle on the real-world stuff happening with artificial intelligence. We're not just here to talk about a movie, we're using it as a lens to see our own world just a little bit more clearly.
So, first things first, we have to start with this really basic idea. For most of us, right, long before we ever actually use a real AI, we meet it in stories, in movies, in books, on TV. Our first impressions, what we hope for, what we're scared of, it all gets shaped by fiction first. And this quote from the Real versus Real course just hits the nail on the head. Stories really do build the foundation of how we understand this stuff. They give us all a shared language, a bunch of what-if scenarios to think about, and that is exactly why taking a closer look at them is so darn important.
Okay, so with that in mind, let's dive into our case study. What's the deal with the electric state? What's this world all about?
Well, the movie drops us into this kind of retro-futuristic 1990s. It's not our 90s. Society is trying to rebuild after this massive war between humans and robots. And the very technology that ended the war is now, well, it's everywhere. It's a world that feels kind of familiar, but also really, really strange.
Now, at the heart of this world is a technology they call neurocasters. I want you to imagine a VR helmet, but on a whole other level. You can live a totally separate, awesome life in a virtual world, while a robot avatar, your double, handles everything in reality. Your job, your chores, even your arguments. The film calls this bifurcation. You know, the ability to be in two places at once. Pretty wild. A world like this, it immediately starts raising questions, right? But to get something really meaningful out of it, we can't just passively watch. We need a framework, a new lens, to help us really analyze what we're seeing on screen. So the big question is, how do we get past just the plot and the cool visuals to really unpack the deeper ideas about AI? How do we connect this fictional world on the screen to the very real facts of our lives? And this is where our tool comes in. It's the Real versus Real framework, and it gives us 4 distinct ways to look at things. It's all designed to help us slow down and really, intentionally, think about how AI is being shown. So let's break them down real quick.
First up, AI literacy. This one asks, what's going on under the hood? What does the movie suggest about how this AI actually works? Is it just a fancy tool, or is it presented as this super complex intelligence? We're basically peeking behind the curtain.
Second, we've got AI ethics. Here, we're looking for the consequences. What are the potential harms we see? Are there any safeguards? What are the big trade-offs the society is making for all the convenience this tech brings?
The third domain is AI fluency. And this is all about the relationship between humans and the AI. You know, how do they work together? Who's really in control? Is the AI helping people, or is it making them less capable?
And finally, AI development. This one encourages us to put on our designer hats. Why was the AI in the movie built this way to begin with? What values, like maybe convenience or efficiency, shaped its creation? And what are the ripple effects of those choices?
Okay, so that's the framework. Now let's actually put it into action. Let's take a clear example from The Electric State and see how the movie's fiction connects to our reality.
So on the real side of the movie, we see this massive exaggeration. People completely check out of reality. They let their perfect robot doubles do everything. But that extreme idea points to a very real parallel for us, right? It mirrors our own debates about screen time, about whether tech is making us feel more isolated, our over-reliance on automation, and how it's all changing the nature of work. The film basically takes a real concern we all have and just turns the volume way, way up. And this right here illustrates the most important takeaway. When it comes down to it, watching a film like this isn't about getting scared of a robot apocalypse. It's about reflecting on the human element in all of this. You know, Stanley Tucci, the actor who plays the tech genius who created the neurocasters, he said it best. He saw the film as a story about how we're losing our connection to each other. The technology isn't really the villain, it's the thing that reveals something about our own choices and our own priorities. So the bottom line is this. The Electric State isn't a crystal ball. It's not showing us a future that's set in stone. It's a prompt. It's a thought experiment designed to make us ask questions about our own relationship with technology, with connection, and with the world we're building right now. So what it really leaves us with isn't a warning about AI, but a question for ourselves. What choices are you going to make?